Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Runic Tarot. All that being said, let's get it. Universe. What is going on for Libras? What message do we have for Libra? Alright, Libras. So the first thing I see is I mean the current energy, I feel like there's someone that has some regret. I feel like this was someone that you had a connection with, but I feel like this person couldn't look past the negative. I mean, they're always looking at the negative and couldn't see the positive. They couldn't see what was right in front of them. With that Two of Swords. You know, I feel like this person had trust issues. I feel like this person, I mean, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person couldn't trust themselves. And they couldn't trust this connection. You know, I feel like this person had a hard time opening up. You know, they had a hard time accepting what was right in front of them. Like I said, they didn't see it, so it was almost like they couldn't accept it because they couldn't see it. But I feel like it's a decision that they're regretting it. You know, I feel like this person went cold. You know, I feel like they were getting what they wanted from you. They just didn't know if they could live up to it. You know, and I feel like they didn't see what was right in front of them. Like, I mean, I feel like there was something special between the two of you. They just didn't see that. You know, all they saw was what could possibly go wrong. I mean, they were overthinking the shit out of this. You know, I feel like they had so much shit holding them back, they couldn't see what was in front of them. You know, that's the thing in life. If you're looking back too long, you don't see what's in front of you. And I feel like this person was hurt before, and I feel like they just keep living in that moment. They keep allowing that person that hurt them to keep hurting them by screwing up opportunities that are coming toward them. And I feel like I said, that's all part of the reason why they didn't see what was right in front of them. And with that Five of Pentacles, they went cold. You know, I feel like this person might have even ghosted you. You know, just went completely silent. They went cold. You know, a lot of sleepless nights and anxiety followed that choice. You know, and that's why they're regretting the mistake that they made. You know, I honestly, with their energy, I just feel like they weren't ready. You know, I feel like some wounds didn't heal yet. They were still living in the past. Like I said, they were too busy looking behind, and they weren't paying attention what's in front. I mean, there's only one way you can look. You can only look one way in life, and if you're looking back, you can't look forward. You know, and one thing about this person is they were looking at the negatives. They weren't able to trust all these things that were going on in this person's head before, I feel like this person has changed a lot. I feel like the choice they made was impulsive. With that Knight of Wands, that Sagittarius energy, very impulsive decision to walk away. But like I said, I feel like a lot of changes has happened for this person since then. I feel like they're seeing things in a different perspective. They're realizing what they had in front of them. Hindsight is 20/20, they say. Like I said before, they didn't see what was right in front of them. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest, I feel like not long after they made the decision to walk away, they regretted it. It was almost like an instant regret. But they weren't ready. But fortunately enough, I do see this person coming back. I don't feel like it was the right person, wrong time. I mean, this person has thought about you every day since. I mean, they're always thinking about you, and I feel like they're, like I said, they have this regret that they didn't make that decision. They didn't, but like I said, they're trying not to live in the past anymore. They're trying not to let the past hold them back, and I do see that's one of the biggest changes that's happening for this person. With that Devil card, letting things go that don't serve you a purpose. And I feel like this person, it's the trust issues, it's the, that negative thinking, all those things. I feel like they finally are able to let go of. But one thing they're not able to let go of was you. They couldn't walk away. They still think about you. They still, it's you and only you. And so what I do see moving forward is I feel like I do see this person coming back into your life, and I do see them making you an offer. I do see them wanting to take you out. Earn that trust. I mean, I feel like you offered loyalty. And they needed that. They wanted that, but they didn't know how to accept that. But now that they can, you're the one that's on their mind. You made an impression on this person that hasn't gone away. Them walking away is their biggest regret, but in the long run, I feel like it was the best decision for both of you moving forward. I feel like if it would have continued, I feel like it would have fell apart. It would have been jealousy. It would have been trust issues. It would have been all this mess. They needed a time to heal. They needed a time to let go of what they were holding back, what was holding them back. But like I said, I feel like this person is going to chase you. They're going to want to grab you and hold on to you and not let you go. Because you were everything that they wanted. It just wasn't the time for them to accept it. And like I said, I mean, I do see them making you an offer. And even if you turn them down, I feel like they're going to keep going. With that Queen of Wands, it's that they know what they want and they're going after it. And one of the biggest difference I do see this person, I feel like moving forward, I feel like they are going to be more open. I feel like they're ready to let you in. And they're ready for something serious. When they come back to you with an offer, it isn't just an offer to take you out and have that one night stand. I mean, this person is looking for that one life stand, and you're the person they want it with. That emotional maturity has come with time. The funny thing is, I feel like you knew this was coming. I feel like you knew they were coming back. I feel like your intuition told you that wasn't the end. And it was right. I feel like there's a real connection you share with this person. I mean, they weren't able to do it before, but they're doing it now. They're taking that leap of faith. They're trusting in how they feel rather than how they felt. And I see a strong foundation coming out of this, and a lot of happiness with that Sun card as well. I like I said, that I've said this a million times. Sometimes we meet the right person at the wrong time. And it sucks, but it's one of those things. I feel like if it's really the right person, it'll always come back. They'll always come back to you because they were meant to be with you. I feel like you felt some sort of way to this with this person, and I feel like that it did take you a bit back when this person kind of went cold on you, but I feel like you knew they were going to be back. I feel like you knew the connection wasn't dead. The connection hadn't even had a chance to live yet. And like I said, moving forward, I see a lot of emotional fulfillment, filling up your cups. I feel like this person saw you in a way that maybe no one ever saw you. And I feel like you were ready to give your loyalty to this person. That's one thing with the Libras. One of the things that I absolutely love about Libras is the loyalty, even to a fault. Some Libras have a tendency of being loyal to the very end. And some people don't deserve it, and that's what I mean by to a fault. Some people don't deserve that loyalty, but with this person, I feel like they're willing to prove to you that they do deserve it. I mean, they haven't stopped thinking about you. You are their biggest regret. They haven't walked away from you. They still think about you. They didn't see what was right in front of them. And sometimes we make decisions, and like I said, it's very spontaneous. Things started to get real, and they didn't know what to do with that spontaneous energy with that Sagittarius Knight of Wands. They made a rash decision, and they've paid for it every day since. Now, I don't feel like the feelings they have for you have just magically come back. I don't feel like they ever went away. I feel like they've only increased. I do feel like this person keeps an eye on you, and not like a stalker way, but like I feel like on social media, asking friends, they're always wondering about you. They're always thinking about you. But now I feel like they finally feel like they deserve a chance at happiness, and you are the best chance they have at that. You're the one that makes them happy. You're the one they want to make happy. And like I said, I feel like the connection you have with this person is real because they truly see you. Libras want to be seen. And here. People want to be seen as beautiful or handsome. But I feel like you truly just wanted to be seen from the inside, and they saw you. And that's why I feel like it was confusing, but it also another reason why you knew they'd be back. You knew this was coming. With this person, I feel like you kept a place for them because you did know. With this person, we have Aquarius, we have Libra, we have Cancer, we have some Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Just because we meet the person that we're meant to be with doesn't mean we meet them at the right time. It's sometimes the person isn't on the same level with you yet, but they get there. They're just not there yet. My aunt and uncle, just a quick story. My aunt and uncle, they got together when they were 16, 17. They grew up together in a small town. They were together for a few years. They ended up breaking up. He was still partying, and she was ready to settle down and have a family. And so they broke up because they just weren't heading in the same direction. So they broke up for a few years. They both dated other people. And then probably 5 or 6 years later, um, they end up getting back together. They got married, had kids, and they're still together, and they have a happy a happy relationship, very happy. He doesn't drink. He quit drinking, quit partying. He's very much so a family man now. But that's the thing. She was ready and he wasn't. It doesn't mean they weren't meant to be together. It wasn't the time. Just because you're meant to be with someone doesn't mean the timeline's always going to add up. I mean, eventually, if you're meant to be with them, it will. But it doesn't mean it has to be the first time you meet them. Doesn't mean the first time you even date them. Like I said, they dated. They were together. They had a good connection. But the problem was they weren't heading in the same direction. Their priorities weren't aligned. He was still young and trying to sow his wild oats, as they say. But like I said, they found their way back to each other. And they've been married ever since. And they had the family that she wanted, and that's what he wanted as well. But like I said, and honestly, they're the same age, but I've always had this concept of, women dating older men. And I get it now. As me and Rose have a few years difference in our age. But I get it, because I feel like women mature faster than men. So a 20-year-old woman would be more mature than a 20-year-old man. So I get a few years difference in age, like why men date a little bit older men and men date a little bit younger women. I get it. I mean, the big gaps, I don't know. I've never really experienced that. I've never dated anybody super younger than me, but I get it though. It's maturity level, and sometimes men mature at the same age. I mean, it's possible. So I mean that makes sense in some cases, but on the majority, I feel like men mature slowly compared to women. Women are more focused on the future quicker than men are. But don't hate us. We try, and we'll get there. We just get a little lost. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.